So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice here about how we work with the App Inventor 2 while we're using tutorials. So if you go to, by the way, I'm using Alt and the Tab key. So if you press Alt and then hit Tab, you can flick between programs like this. And then if you hold down the Shift key as well, you can go backwards. Okay, so I can flick from Word to Manage Back. Now take my hand off Tab, key. Now the exercise I want you to do. So there's a web link to the tutorials. You go here and then scroll down and you'll find these are links to PDFs. So you can launch them in a window like this, or you can download them and keep them on your local machine. Okay, it doesn't look like that's going to display actually. So what I'll do instead is I will just download save link as. Just going to save that in my downloads folder like that. Shouldn't take long to load, it's very small. So now I need to go and load my App Inventor Studio. Okay, so I'll open a new tab up the top here and I'll just type in MIT AI2, hit enter. Google will automatically search for that and bring up this window here. So we're going to sign in first of all. Okay. So the point is we're going to be using a PDF and we're going to be using App Inventor, which runs in a Chrome window. Now, has that PDF opened yet? There it is. Now, okay, so we've got a PDF running in a browser, or it might be running in Adobe on our desktop. So either way, we're going to have to flick between the MIT Studio and the tutorial itself. So if I just hold down my left mouse button on this, drag it across so the two tabs are adjacent. Now there's a shortcut key I can use. If I hold down Control, hold down Shift and then press Tab, it flicks between tabs here. If I release the Shift key, so now I'm just holding down Control and Tab, I go forwards through the tabs. Okay, so this enables you to be able to read the tutorial whilst, and you could always just click between tabs as well. It's a more efficient way of using your time. So the other way of doing it is to run it in a window. So here is the textbook. Okay, so now because I'm running in a desktop and I'm trying to work with Google, I hold down Alt and Tab. I can flick across to my App Inventor Studio, back to the textbook, back to the studio. Okay, another little shortcut which you might be interested in, if you hold down the Windows key and Tab, you get this rather nifty little effect. Okay, and then if you hold down the Shift key, you'll go back again. So take off the Shift key, go forwards, Shift key, go back. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start a new project. Give it a name the same as what it's giving you on the in the textbook. I always start my projects with a lowercase letter though, and then I put a capital for new words. They call this camel case because you can see the humps of the capital letters. So starting the file name with a lowercase, using a capital letter to indicate the start of every other word. And then once you've got your project started, you can then just follow the instructions. Please do read all the text here. There's loads of useful concepts and ideas being introduced in the text. It also gives you an introduction to the various different elements you'll be using in this particular app, and some extra information about how the App Inventor Studio works. Okay, happy apping. If you have any problems, please let me know.